get started. All right, good evening, everyone. Tonight is Wednesday night, 8 p.m., so it must be time for Q&A Wednesday. Tonight will be all questions and answers. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to welcome everybody on Facebook. We are on a couple of places tonight, not a whole lot of places. We are on the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, of course. We are also on my main personal page. We are also on Millionaires in the Making in Tallahassee, so which is a new group. I want to thank them for allowing us to be a part of their group and to share what we are doing to advance our cause of creating more millionaires. So thank them. We appreciate that, and thank you all over there at the Millionaires in the Making in Tallahassee. All right, tonight is Q&A. But before we get into that, make a couple of quick announcements. I get some people in. Make a couple of quick announcements. We are working on something big. Myself, Khalid, and Darren Stevens. We are working on something. So I can't reveal what it is yet, but you all are going to love it. It is going to help bring you all a lot of business. It's going to bring us all a lot of business. So it's pretty big. That's all I can say, really. Because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I don't want to let people know about it who shouldn't know about it yet. So give us some time, and we'll reveal that as soon as we are nearing the close of it. All right. This Saturday is going to be kind of a special. It's going to be kind of a special thing this Saturday. We have a guest speaker. Let me start sharing my screen. By the way, here I can show you all what we got going on Saturday. We're going to be having a guest speaker this Saturday, and they are going to be from. We're going to show you all who this guest speaker is going to be. We do have a guest speaker for this Saturday during the 6 Biggest Book and Paper Home Show. And I can get over to the page here. There we go. I'm a little slow. All right. Let me pull them up. I just restarted my computer, so it shouldn't be having these problems. All right. We have a guest speaker from the company, a factoring company. And it's going to be from UC Factors. Is going to be our guest speaker, and I'm trying to pull him up so I can show y'all who he is and what his name is and stuff. But for some reason, the computer wants to run slow. I don't know why that is. I just restarted it, so it should not be running slow like this. Okay, letting everybody in. Computer's taking time. All right. I literally just rebooted it before we got started. It should not be running this slow because I just rebooted it, but for some reason it is running very, very, very slow. Maybe there's a lot of people trying to get on with us tonight. Maybe that's it. Let's see what's in a second. I want to get these announcements out of the way before we start our Q&A. Hope y'all got your questions ready. Really don't know why this computer is working so slowly. It's just really, really taking this time. And maybe it's just Firefox. So when I go on to Explorer, it pops. So I'm gonna stay on Explorer for a while because Firefox is taking this time. I don't know what's going on with Firefox. Really just Running too slow. There with Firefox. All right. Here is who we have coming up this Saturday for this right here. All right. This Saturday, we will be having a guest speaker, a guest host, and his name is Jose E. I guess he pronounced that Moeller, and he is a business development manager over at UC Factors. As I mentioned to you all before, currently right now, the factoring companies don't have a quote unquote factoring product for dispatch firms. They do have factoring for the carriers, factoring for brokers, and things of that nature, but they currently don't have widespread factoring for dispatch firms. UC Factors and another company had expressed some interest in our network, and through our talks, we have developed a great relationship, and the negotiations have led us to the point of where they want to develop a product just for our network that will be specifically geared toward dispatch firms. Now, in case y'all are wondering, this is huge when it comes to the industry. Because exactly what does this mean? This means that now you all won't have to rely on third-party platforms to invoice your carriers, and you won't have to wait for your carriers to pay you, and you won't have to, trust that your carriers are going to step out on you. So it's going to alleviate that. But bigger than that is one of the things that it's going to do. That's even bigger than that is it is going to allow us as dispatchers to take care of the factory. Now, what does that mean? Well, it does mean that a small percentage of the load fee is going to go toward the factory, and it's going to come out of your cut. But it's also going to speed things up, and it's also going to help bring you more business, because now another closing tool that you have, another closing argument that you would have for your carriers and for brokers to use you is that you can save them money on their factory, because you have your own factoring. We have our own factoring product, which basically means that the carrier won't have to factor the load and the broker won't have to factor the load. We can factor the load. So that's going to solve 3 big problems right there off the rip. It's going to allow us to be able to get paid quickly and without worry, because you're going to get your money. It's going to be pretty much guaranteed when you go through factoring. And it's going to allow us to save both the broker and the carrier money. Okay, and that's a big selling tool. Okay, and those of you who want to discuss this, if you think this is something that's good, bad, or let's hear your thoughts on it, along with whatever other questions you all may have, because tonight is Q&A Wednesday. So let's get right to it. Questions? I am ready to try and post some answers.
I have a question.
Sure.
I was just I was just listening to one of the how-tos, and on that you were talking about factoring, and that the carrier didn't have to have a factoring company because the broker had already, had the factoring company.
Yes.
So if we do this right here, we would let the broker know that they didn't have to add factoring into the payment when they pay out?
Exactly. Because now, and what would that do? Yes, and that's exactly right. And what that would do is it's going to gain you favor with that broker. Now, if a broker knows that he can go through you and push his loads versus going through someone else, what does that mean?
They're gonna like working with me.
Not only that, they're gonna retain more money
with
us, right?
Right.
With anybody else, they gotta pay out of pocket on their factory, right?
Right.
So that gives us a huge advantage. Okay, it's kind of a trade-off. Now, one of the things that we are going to be discussing is the percentage, because as I let them know that the max that we're going to charge is 10%. So it wouldn't be in our favor to have a 5% factoring fee. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So chances are it'll be something, probably about half that at the most, 2.5% to 3%, and maybe even lower. But we have to see how we move along with that during the rest of our negotiations. But we will have a representative from one of the factory companies who will be our guest host this Saturday, and gonna answer all types of questions. He's gonna be showing us some of the talking points that we talked about. Is gonna be telling us how factoring is going to help us as dispatchers with that new product, and how it's going to help our network. We're also talking, some of the talking points are going to be how factoring can help individuals in this current crisis. Because there's a lot of businesses out there that don't know about factoring. A lot of these small businesses who've been forced to shut down, they don't know about factoring, right? Now, factoring does a lot more than just advanced pay on invoices. They also have lines of credit. They also have small business loans. They also have equipment financing, like the guys that want to buy trucks. Okay, so they have all this other stuff too. They also do business loans up to $2 million. So factoring, could be a valuable asset to a lot of these small businesses that are trying to weather this current storm that we're in. Okay, and if you all, and one of the other things that he's going to be discussing is creating a affiliate referral link for each and every one of us who is interested in becoming an affiliate with their factoring company. So you all get your own link that'll have, ucfactors.com / whatever your company name is. So when you share that link, and when people use that link to go on to their website and inquire about factoring, it's going to leave a tracking code. And that tracking code is going to tie you to that deal. So if that person does get some type of loan, factoring, or whatever the case may be, guess who's going to get the commission every time they make their loan payment or their payment on factoring, or whatever the case may be? Guess who's going to get a check? You are. And it's going to be somewhere between 10 and 20% of whatever their repayment is. Okay? So this would be another stream of income for each and every last one of you who be interested in that. So have your questions ready this Saturday. He is going to be here with us at 10:15, and we've set aside an entire hour for him to do his presentation. He's probably going to have something to show us, and he's going to go over a lot of stuff and show us how factoring is going to help us out a lot and help smooth things out. And it also goes towards legitimizing what? Dispatch firms even further. All right.
Mr. Butler.
Yes, sir.
Now, will this alleviate the Square account if you get a factoring?
This if you're using Square solely for invoicing, yes. But I use Square for a whole array of things other than just invoicing. Square does a lot of things. If you've got your dispatch firm and you hire some sub dispatchers, Square's a great payroll tool. Pay your dispatch, track of who's doing what, and how much money they are responsible for bringing in. There's an easy way you keep track of everything. Okay, you can allow them to go in and do certain things, and you'll see what the money that money is coming in. Now, because you won't be doing the invoicing anymore, and the factoring will be done. Well, you will be doing the invoice. The only difference is you'll be sending that invoice over to the factory company. Not really an in-depth invoice like the one you're doing now. Basically, you'll just be printing up something that has what? The carrier's information, because we're gonna have to pay the carrier. You're gonna have the broker's information because they're gonna have to pay the broker, right? So you're gonna have to do a little bit different type of invoice, more like an information sheet on who's all a part of that deal. Okay, the broker, their information, name, broker ID, all that type of stuff. The carrier, DOT number or MC number, carrier's address, and the email address and information on the carrier, and of course your information. Okay, so when they get that and they factor that load, they factor that deal, then they'll pay out everybody. You, the broker, and the carrier. Okay, and then they will wait to get their money from the shipper. Right?
Right. Okay.
It's just a way for it. It's just an option. Now, you don't have to go with it. You don't have to use the factory, but the tool is there and the option will be there. It's just another way for you to get, it's just a way for you to give yourself peace of mind knowing that you're gonna get paid on every deal you process. Okay?
So it would be an option for the carrier that we're signing up. It wouldn't be an obligation for them.
It's not an obligation, but
right.
Actually, you can make it to where, I mean, why wouldn't the carrier want you to do the factory? Why wouldn't the broker want you to do the factory?
Right.
You understand? Because that way you're saving them money.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
And that way you ain't gotta, you don't have to wait for the carrier to pay you. You're gonna get paid the same time the carrier's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, this literally will change dispatching. Okay, we are making moves that is literally going to change the industry. This is a huge step forward for dispatch firms, and us being the first is just because we're just the first. So we have such a large network. But think of how this is going to affect the industry as a whole, and with you all being at the forefront of it, having your affiliate links, right? Think of how much business you can bring in by going out and presenting this to other dispatch firms outside of our network, other, trucking companies, just whatever. Just think of some of the branding you can do right now, based on what you know just already. Think of how you can put your brand out, says, on the operators. Now you can save even more money and keep more of your load fee. Like what? Contracting with your dispatch firm, because our dispatch firm will pay for a factory. Brokers, think of how much money you can retain by letting us dispatch your loads. Right? No more factoring fees. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got to look at the big picture and look at the grand scheme of things. This is not only going to help you get paid faster, but it's gonna help you to make a lot more money. This is gonna help you on as far as making money. You can actually turn that affiliate link side of it into a more profitable side in your actual dispatch. Because remember, once you share that link, and someone goes on and they get factoring, or they get a business loan, or they get a truck finance, or they get equipment on top of finance, if someone goes to the factory company and they get qualified to buy a $140,000 truck, right? Let's say their payments is $1,250 per month on the payment. You're getting anywhere from 10 to 20% of that. On the low end, that's $120 a month, right? That's coming to you every month, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the high end, it's $280 a month. That's coming to you every month. You get yourself about 5 or 6 of them, and you in the neighborhood of what? $1,500, $2,000 a month.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just money that comes in every month that they pay, that they make a payment. I like nothing more than residual income. I love it. I just did a post this morning, net worth coupled with residual revenue is the best shelter for any storm, right?
Sure.
I mean, literally, that's the best shelter for any type of storm. You know, if you've got net worth combined with residual income or residual revenue, I mean, no matter what comes up, you know, any type of state of an emergency or whatever the case may be, you know, you're pretty much set to weather those storms. And the reason that is because why? Because you have set your financial house in order. Your financial health is in great shape. And that's what you want to do. Okay, that's what you always want to have it to where you are able to weather the storm regardless of what comes along. All right.
Yes, sir.
Next question.
Well, I was going to go. This is William. I applaud you for researching and bringing this to our attention. It's great news. But the question I have about this, I guess I might have to wait till Saturday to ask the question to the guy regarding, would you have to restructure your business module when you do, do your percentage wise for these guys?
What? If you're going to use factoring?
Yes.
Probably not. I mean, you may want to ask that question again when you're going, just to be sure. But look, nothing is going to be different than what the brokers do or what carriers do right now when they're doing factoring. All right. Here's what happens when you're factoring a load. All right. As a broker, what you're doing is once the paperwork all comes back in from the load, from the you got your what is it? Your Raycon, right? Your confirmation rate sheet. You got your BOL, right? You're gonna take that and you're gonna send that over to the factoring company. Now, do you all have access to the Raycon and the BOL?
Yes.
Yes, because you're the one who process that paperwork anyway. So you already got everything you need to facilitate factoring. You got the Raycon, you got the BOL, you got the load number, you know all the parties involved, you got the broker's information, and you got the carrier's information, right?
Right.
So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna package that up, a nice little neat package, you know, a little digital package, you know, in a PDF or you know just whatever, a Word file. You know, that's basically all you're gonna be doing. You're gonna package that up. You're gonna put in there, you know, load number, blase, broker info, carriers info, your info, and you're gonna attach what? The Raycon, and you're gonna attach what? The BOL, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna have in that little info section where you put all everybody's information, you're gonna have the load number, how much it was, that's to be paid, right? And you're gonna shoot that over to where? The factory company. Because the factory company is gonna need that information to get paid by the shipper. That's why you're gonna send them the Raycon, BOL, because it has the shipper's information.
Okay. Well, an add-on question to this is, will you be the dispatcher responsible for making sure that the broker and the carrier gets their money?
No,
like,
you're not responsible for that. The factory company is.
Okay.
The factory company is going to do that. That's the whole part of factoring. The factory company is the one who's going to cut the check and send it out. That's why you send them the information. That's what happens now. Brokers don't pay carriers now. Okay, brokers don't pay carriers. The factory company pays the carrier. The check does not come from the brokerage firm. The check comes from the factory company. Y'all do understand that, right?
Okay, so yeah. I just wanted to make sure that we wasn't responsible for when we get paid. I have to send Calvin his check. Now to send somebody else. Okay.
No, all you're doing is you're setting it up so the factory company issues everybody pay, including yours.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and that's just gonna speed up the process. There's less hassle on your part to try and create an invoice and then sit there and, ooh, I hope this carrier pays me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's going to alleviate that anxiety about waiting for a carrier to pay you now. But now you're in the same situation as the broker and the carriers are. You know that your money is guaranteed now. So the factoring company is the only one who's going to wait for their money. That's how they make their money. They'll go ahead and pay everybody involved, and then they wait for their money because they have taken out what? 2%, 2.5%, 3%, or whatever. Okay?
Sounds good, Calvin. Thank you.
All right.
Now, Mr. Butler.
Yes, yes.
If you are a dispatcher and you sign up with this factoring company and you decide 2 or 3 years down the road you want to become a broker, will that factoring company fit in with your brokerage firm?
Well, of course they will. All you got to do is just let them know and update them on your status. You don't want to lose your business. Now that if you decide to become a broker, right?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Just let them know that you have advanced to broker's status, and then send them all your paperwork.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Moeller would be able to answer more specific. He'll be able to get into more of the specifics on that on Saturday.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Any other questions? This is Q&A.
Yeah. I have another question.
Sure.
If I have drivers that are company drivers that I personally know, is it legal or okay if they get a referral fee from me if they refer owner ops to me that actually sign on and I get them loads?
That's up to you. You can pay the referral fees if you want to.
Oh, okay. I didn't know whether there was a.
Yeah, I mean, you can pay them referral fee. Now, a referral fee is not a kickback. Okay?
Right.
Now, a referral fee is basically just a one-time fee for somebody referring business to you, right?
Right.
Now, if you want to make that a continuous thing on them being paid every time you do business with the person that they referred to you, then you got to set up what's called what?
An agreement.
Well, something like what? An affiliateship.
Right.
So that's what factoring does. That's what all these affiliateship programs are. Affiliateship program is basically a legalized kickback. Okay, that's all they are. All right, and there are affiliateship programs across the board. I just signed up with one today that I ever heard of this little patch you put on your whatever part of your body that's aching, and it kind of makes it go away.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just signed up for an affiliate program with the company that makes those and other products. Okay, because I love the product, but sometimes I always want to, my lower back is killing me. But that patch, woo, man, it's gone. I have migraines, but that patch on, woo, it's gone. You know, that's how it works. Some type of kinetic blocking, mechanism or a substance or whatever it is. All I know is that it works. Okay, it works. So, and there's a lot of people out there dealing with pain. VH, joint aches. They even did a commercial where they show how it works with this guy that had a torn ACL, and the guy couldn't even literally he couldn't squat down. They put that patch on it. All of a sudden, he's like, "Wow, I don't even feel that pain anymore. I can actually squat. I actually feel like I could jump." Now, any of you know anything about ACL tear? That's serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's serious pain, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So if something like that can decrease pain from on a scale from 1 to 10
down to a 3 or 2, then hey, I'm all for it. Okay, but just about anything can be, any service can be equated to an affiliate type of program. Okay, all it is just a legal. It is a legalized kickback. Okay, you refer someone business, especially the ones that pay residual. Okay, which is the case here with the factoring company. And it's got to become the new norm of doing business because as y'all know, you know, our way of life has been forever altered. Yes, we will get back to some type of normality, but there's definitely going to be changes in how we interact with each other, going forth as human beings, how we conduct business with each other. There's going to be a lot of changes in businesses that don't have to be there. The employees don't have to be there face to face. A lot of stuff that can be done from home is going to be you are going to, the term home business or work from home is going to become commonplace now. Okay, I mean, we all know about it because that's what we do, and we've been doing it for a while. I don't know. In my case, I've been doing it for the last since 2009, 10. So you know, it's gonna become the norm instead of something that was an aberration before. Okay, now that is going to become the go-to business structure. You know, because you know, I mean, this is going to change how we conduct business. This is going to change how we interact with our interpersonal relationship. So everybody might have to go to the Star Trek thing, live long and prosper, no more shaking hands. You know, me, I kind of like the Star Trek thing. I'm a big Spock fan. Okay, you know, it's logical. But anyway, but that's what's going on in the world now, and you know, and we're kind of ahead of the game, and everybody else is just gonna have to catch up. Questions, Q&A. This is Q&A Wednesday. All right, well, let's go. Let me try to stimulate some questions. On Monday night, you all had the, what was it? Students, training students with,
phone calling. The pitch.
Yeah, the pitch, that's right, pitch. And I was reviewing that, and I noticed that there were some questions that you all presented and some questions that were answered, and I wanted to go over those real quick. So let's go to that. All right, we're gonna go to that. You know, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Got my thing going back there, so let's go over here to my Google and go to YouTube, and from there we'll go to is this it right here? There it is right there. And we're gonna cast this over to the living room TV. See if we can get some volume on this so you all can see where we are. All right, see if we can make this right here. We're on YouTube? No. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. All right, some of the questions that we had here. Yeah, how can I help you?
First of all, how long you been subscribing? The Geography Brigade and Information.
All right. I've got to play it in the background, so when I hear a question, and we're gonna bring it up, Now, do some of you have questions that you haven't did that didn't quite pan out, or you didn't get the complete the completed understanding of?
I don't really have typically, well, it's a question, but I was just wondering if you were ever planning to update the dispatch agreement script.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do that for a while. Just I get so busy. I get so busy with stuff. I'm working on about 3 different projects, right? Well, about 4 right now. Khalid and I are finishing up
The load board.
the load board. That's looking pretty good. So we're finishing that up. We finally got it to where we can do the bulk uploads of loads so that the brokers won't have to go in there and load them up one by one. Khalid, I, and Darren, we're working on something. I can't even tell you what it is yet, but it's huge. We're working on something, and I am currently building the website for that, the initial website, and then Khalid is going to take care of the encryption and the security protocols on the site. Darren is going to be the operational VP of operations for that project. So with the people that's involved, it should give y'all an idea of what is surrounding. Okay, don't say it because we're trying to keep other people out the loop until the very last minute. Okay, and so I'm not gonna say too much about that, but it's going to catch the industry by surprise, and it's going to be huge. I'm also kind of working on my own thing with eliminating cheap freight from the industry completely, and I'm putting together a team for that. And of course, we're working on getting the ready for our May 1st launch date on the new brokers efficiency consulting firm. Okay, so I got a lot of things on the table, a lot of things I'm working on simultaneously. But that's how I work. I like working like that. Let's see if we got any more questions back here. But I'll try to get to that. I'm not gonna promise it, but I'll try to get to it this weekend. But you know, I've got to prioritize things. Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course, whenever you got the time.
Okay. Question. I'm trying to remember what the question was that someone asked, and it caught my attention when I watched it on what's it called. Now, did y'all see the point where she was on, and then the phone call came in, and the guy was asking her about her business. That's what normally happens. Once you get into this business, once you get into this, and you start just working, if you start just doing the process, all right, business comes to you. Okay, you all have heard me say a lot that opportunities don't come your way, right? You got to get in the way of opportunity, right? You know, because opportunities are always coming and going. But if you're not in the path of it, you're never gonna have a chance to take advantage of it, right? That's the perfect example of what we was talking about. She just happened to be in the industry. She's working in the industry. She's putting her stuff out there. She's doing her normal thing. She was giving a class, and a call comes up, and the guy says, "What? I'm calling to ask about your company and how I can get, contract with you." Now, if she had not been in the industry doing what she's doing, would she have had that opportunity to take advantage of? You understand? That's the perfect example when we talk about being in the path of opportunity. You actually have to be actively putting yourself on the road where opportunity runs. So opportunity is not going to come off his path and just come to meet you. You got to get in the path of opportunity, okay, before you take advantage of it. That question. That's what this question is. Okay, I know what it was. I know what it was. Let me pause it. I know exactly what it was now. All right. There was a point that someone, you all were role playing, and someone made the statement that when they would call carriers, and the carriers would seem like they're busy or they were doing something, or the carriers like they were interested, they made the statement, I just, kind of give them the information and let them, think on it. I send them stuff because we don't want to beg carriers. We don't want to get in the habit of begging carriers to do business with us. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I said that. This is
okay.
William.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. In this industry, you are either going to be a salesperson or you might as well pack up and go home. I don't know what any other way to say it. I haven't met a carrier yet that I cannot close. Okay, and I just haven't. The only carrier I can't close is the one that hangs up. But as long as they are on that phone, I keep selling. I don't care what they're saying. You can go back and watch the Perfect Pitch. Okay, about 1 hour. I think it's at 1 hour 17 minutes. It's at 1 hour 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think that's where it is. We called up a carrier, told him who he was, and the guy started out just cursing me out. Y'all remember that? I get calls from you blankety blank national network dispatchers, mother so and so and so, all the mother such time. I get tired of y'all calling, don't call me no more. This and that, this and that. Now, for a lot of y'all, that would be a good time to say, sir, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I'll just leave information with you want to call back. Wrong answer. Okay, wrong answer. Okay, you're not gonna make $250,000, $500,000, $1 million a year by letting the fish off the line. That's not being a salesperson. Forget what you heard. Forget what you heard. Forget what you've been taught. Forget thinking that this is the trucking industry, because it is not. This is sales. Plain and simple, clear, unadulterated sales. If you are a salesperson, be a salesperson. If you want to be an order taker, there are places for that. Okay? This is sales. If you watch that, and I love that scenario, because that guy was as hostile can get. But I let him have his rant, and then I go to my classic. Sir, I understand. But let me ask you a question. Okay? I always do that. That's my turnaround question. That's my put them at ease question. And then my reintroduction question is, sir, I understand. But let me ask you a question. Okay? That's your turnaround. And the thing that I always like to do is this. If someone really, really, really didn't want to talk to you, if someone really, really, really didn't want to hear what you had to say, if someone really, really, really wasn't interested at all in what you were trying to get over to them, what would they do if they're on the phone?
Hang up.
They will hang up. But
nothing. How easy is it to hang up the phone? It's not difficult. I'm not going to reach through the phone and hold their hand and say, oh, hang up. Right? So
yeah,
no, there is no but. See, that's the problem.
Okay, but see, that's the difference. Okay.
Get the but out your conversation. There is no but. There is no but.
Okay.
It's just an excuse. There is no buts.
Listen,
okay?
Calvin. Listen.
I'm listening, but are you listening?
But no, but I saw the video that you did, and I understand. But my thing is, as a business owner,
see, there they go again.
No.
Look, I talk to 1,000 people a day.
I understand that.
And people, and I hear that all the time. My thing is, Yeah, but my thing is, but this is not your thing.
No, but this is my business.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This is
Oh.
the industry. The industry. Now, if this is your business, get serious about your business. So this is the industry. Okay.
But Calvin,
So there you go with the butt again.
I heard what you said, right?
Can you get rid of the butt?
Oh, the butt is going.
Okay.
But I understand your logic. But my thing is, I'm not going to deal with a difficult person. I'm not going to do it.
Look.
I don't want that negative energy.
Look.
That's just me. You know, we different. But I'm just telling you. I'm not dealing with nobody's difficult.
That's what sales is.
You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't.
Exactly. Sales is sales. Like the man said, you can make money or you can make excuses. There is no but in sales. There is no my thing is, I hear that all the time. And that's just another way of saying, well, my excuse is. When people say, well, my thing is, all I'm hearing is my excuse here, because that's exactly what it is. It's my excuse. Okay, that's why they say it's my thing. But my thing is, but my excuse is. Okay, look, I mentioned before, that was the most difficult sale call that you could probably run into. But at the end of it, what did the guy do? What did he do?
He hung up the phone.
Signed up.
No, he didn't hang up. He signed up.
Oh, you talking about your call, not mine?
Yeah, he signed because I don't use but. I don't use but, sir. I understand. My thing is, I'm gonna let you go. No. My thing is, let me ask you a question. I understand. Let me ask you a question. Because I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said. I don't want to hear from you so and so, mother so and so. Y'all call me all the time. I done talked about 50 of you guys from the National Dispatch Network. I tell you the same thing I told you. My wife dispatches for me, and I don't pay her a doggone thing. So why should I use you all? Sure, I understand. Let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to replace your wife. Chances are she's probably good at what she does. God bless her. I'm just not trying to replace her. But let me ask you a question. If your wife is looking for loads for you one morning, and she's finding loads that's paying $275, $285, and $295, and you come on because you're better at this and you've been doing this for a while, and you're finding loads that's paying $325, $350, and $375. But then I or one of our network members calls you up, and we got loads that's paying $475, $520, and $650. Whose loads you gonna run that day?
Yours.
Exactly. That's the only answer. He's always answering, well, I'm going to run the highest paying freight. Exactly. Because when it comes right down to it, you tell us what you want. If you tell me you want loads that's going no more than 300 miles in range, and it must be paying a minimum of $3.65 per mile, that's all I'm going to look for. If you tell me you want loads that's going 800 miles, or loads that go over 500 miles and then must pay a minimum of $2.97 per mile, that's all I'm going to look for. If you tell me you don't want to go up in the mountains, I'm not going to look for loads that run you up in New York, Colorado, and all those places. I'm going to keep on the bottom half of the United States, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona. If you tell me you don't want to pull more than 36,000 pounds, ain't no need of me looking at loads that's weighing 40,000 pounds because you don't want it. That way you know, when you see my number on your call ID, I got the kind of loads you want, going to the places you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid. Where can I send your dispatch agreement to? That's sales.
That's it.
That's the difference between that's the difference between a $40,000 a year dispatcher and a $250,000 a year owner-op business manager. That's the difference. And I don't care what objection he comes up with, I've got a response to it if you know the script. And I don't mean by knowing what the words of the script is, knowing what the DNA of the script is, knowing what the entire meaning of the script is. You have to know the purpose of the script.
Yeah, and I feel like what you're saying, Calvin, has to be in that script because I feel like that'll help out whenever we're sitting there and maybe tongue twisted.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the script, but you just have to know
But yeah,
You
it's
have
gotta be
to
in
know
you.
what the script encompasses. 'Cause the script,
No,
Gotta be in you.
facts. But
I mean,
but
look,
when I'm
look,
calling like 10 carriers a day, I don't remember all those words to say that would
but
probably help me
yeah,
close deals.
but you do know why the script is written the way it is, right?
Yeah,
What
it's
is it,
just I mean it's
what does the
you
script say? What does
It overcomes all objections. It's all in the script.
exactly? The script has two parts to it, right? And it does say in the script, we're only going to call you for what you need. You tell us what you want. Now,
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the script. Everything you're saying is correct. I'm just saying it could be like a little like when we're looking at it, it's just a reminder.
and
That's all I'm saying.
and what
You
I'm trying to get
you have
you
to internalize it. That's what I'm
exactly.
trying to
What I'm
say.
trying to get you to understand is don't just look at the script.
I'm never
Learn,
looking at I go off almost 90% off what I'm saying. The
yeah,
script is just
yeah.
the beginning part.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't just go off the script. Don't just look at the script. Learn the script. When I say learn the script, I mean understand the script. Once you get to the point to where you actually understand the script, I don't care what a person says to you, you got to overcome for it. And it came from the meaning of the script because you understand the script, you know the meaning of it, you know the purpose of it. And you only get that by practicing. And what I mean by practice, I mean getting in front of a mirror, getting in front of your computer, filming yourself, going over that script, using your body language, using your facial expression. I'm gonna tell you something. You all can pitch that script and not.
Tonality.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let's have a Jodeci moment. Don't talk, just listen. Okay, you can't learn something when you're talking. Don't talk, just listen. This is a Jodeci moment. Okay. There comes a point if you practice that script the way we suggest you practice. There's a reason why I say record yourself doing the script. Because you want your body language and you want your facial expressions to encompass what the script means. Now, if you do that, if you are just practicing the script and you're not recording yourself, you are losing the essence of the script. But I guarantee you, if you practice that script and you put the essence into it and you record yourself, when you go back and play it, what's going to happen? It's going to show you some things about that script that you never thought of before. Because you're going to see your facial expression. You're going to see your body language. And it's going to trigger something. You know what? That's how he come up with the, you know, if your wife is doing this, if this is doing this, you just encompass it, you make it your own. But you're never going to figure that out if you don't see yourself presenting it. Because you don't know how you look when you're making that and when you're presenting that script. You don't know what your shoulders are doing. If they're drooped down, like this right here, and you got your hands between your legs, and you kind of lean over, and you speak in the script, guess what? That's what's coming through your voice. Or are you sitting back, shoulders up, confident, chin up? When you want the person to take notice of what you're saying, you speak softly, and you lean forward. Because even though you can't see them, they're doing the same thing. They're leaning forward. They try to hear what you're saying. When you want them to be excited, you speak louder, you lean back, and you get excited about it. Guess what they do? They lean back, they get excited too. That's called mimicking. And once you got someone mimicking you, you got them. Again, I did this back when I was selling cars and when I was selling homes and mobile homes. I used to do what's called a practice test with my client. Same thing when I was doing mortgages. I have a paperwork here. I have a pen here. I'm talking. I'm using the body language. I'm using the soft voice. I'm using the loud voice to get them excited. And what I would do while I'm doing it, I would take that pen and I would move it in, out, forth, side to side, back and forth. And you and other salespeople used to be they would be in the showroom laughing because my clients would be doing this. And they say, damn, Calvin got control of them. And when I got ready for them to sign, what would I do? I got my contract right here, with the pen right here, and I say to them, how's that sound to you? And let it go. And every single time they would catch that pen before it hit that desk. They were ready to sign. That's sales. That is sales. That is what's going to make you a $500,000 to $1 million a year dispatch firm or a freight brokerage firm. If you don't have that, you ain't going to make that much money. You make somewhere in the neighborhood of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, and that's fine, that's fine. But I'm not here to train you all to be decent salespeople. I want all of y'all to be the salespeople. Okay? So forget what you heard, forget what you're thinking, that this is not sales, because this is sales. Okay? Now, I know that I may sound harsh, but that's who I am. Y'all know me. You know? Y'all know me. I don't let things go like that. You know, God bless her, Deja, you know, she's good. She is. But as I was listening to that, I was thinking to myself, I probably should have stayed on that meeting that night. Okay? Because no one in this platform is ever going to hear from me or anyone else who's a consultant with this platform. You're never going to hear from me, oh yeah, it's okay, just let them ride. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to, sound like you're doing this, sound like you're doing that. Look, this is a business. Okay, this is a business. Every client, every person you speak to, it means business for you, it means business for them. Not just business for you, but you honestly know how to take that guy who was saying that, who was being, boisterous, who was being combative. You honestly know how to take that guy and make him a few $1,000s more per week. Not just making yourself money, but what do? We take owner operators and we show them how to go from a $3,500 a week owner operator to a $7,500 or a $9,000, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 a week owner operator. But you're never going to have the opportunity to do that if you give up, if you let them off the hook, if you don't want to offend anyone. I don't care about offending people I'm talking to, because if I offend them and they hang up, that's when I can't close. But until that happens, that's what I keep doing. I keep selling. I haven't had one yet, not one yet, that I could not close. And we made a lot of live calls, and that was by far the hardest one. I've had ones in between that just close. And that one, everybody was thinking, I can feel everybody thinking, oh, this is one that's going to beat Calvin. You don't know me. And the guy signed up. The guy signed up. And he's happy. He is so happy now. Why? Because he makes more money. Okay? So, that's just the way it is. Okay? Other platforms may teach you all, I don't know what they're teaching. I don't know what they're preaching. I honestly don't know. But that's why you all are here and not there. A lot of you all took other platforms and found out it was a waste of your money. It was a waste of your time. Okay? Because they wasn't as passionate about sales as we are in this platform. But this industry, this business is sales. And I need you all to understand that. I need you all to embrace that. But if you don't embrace that, you're going to be one of the ones that's sitting on the side saying, well, it didn't work for me. No, you didn't work for it. I don't know any other way to put it. Okay? Because this platform provides you everything you need to be successful, except one thing. I can't give you the drive. You gotta get that for yourself. I can show you the drive. I can show you what the drive looks like. I can show you the results that the drive gives you. I can show you the money that drive creates. But you gotta take the initiative. You're the ones who's gotta sit through that. And when you run into those tough guys like that, when you run into those tough ones like that, you gotta say to yourself, I'm not gonna quit on this. I'm not gonna give up on this. You may hang up on me, and that's all right. So that's the only one you couldn't close, is the one that hangs up. But as long as you're on the phone, don't you hang up. Don't you give up. Let them quit. Don't be the one to quit. Okay? Because if you start quitting there, it becomes a pattern. If you get a real tough one, you say, well, he was real tough. I'm gonna let that one go. Then you get another one that's not quite as tough, and then you rationalize it in your mind, but he's kind of tough too, so I'm gonna let that one go. And then you get one that's really not being tough at all. He just has questions. And then in your mind, you're rationalizing, they don't want it, I'm just gonna let them go. You see how you start that trickle downhill effect? Before you know it, you're only one of the closing ones that say, yeah, I heard about you guys. I think y'all are great. Let's do business. That ain't gonna make you $200,000, $300,000 a year. That's not gonna do it. Okay? You gotta weather the storm. You gotta be ready to weather the storm to make that type of impact on the industry. You can't make that type of impact on the industry by giving up. I promise you, you can. Okay? Now, you can take my advice, do it, or you can say, man, that Calvin knew what the hell he talking about. That old fool. He don't know what it is, but I got 317 carriers that I dispatch for. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. I didn't get that by letting some of them go. I didn't get that by not weathering the storm. Did I get hung up on? Yes, I did. But did I close a lot of them? You doggone right I did. That's how you get there. All right? Questions, comments? Yay, nays? What?
Mr. Butler, kind of piggyback off of what Gilbert was asking you about the dispatch agreement. I think I remember hearing you saying something, maybe in one of your videos, or it may have been a live chat or whatever, but you were speaking about the addendum that you was going to put on the dispatch agreement, and I was trying to remember it exactly what you said about the sub dedicated runs and the dedicated runs and the other runs, and that you were charging for each one of those runs if they had like three or four different loads on their truck, if they had a sub or a dedicated or whatever.
Are you talking about less than a full load?
It might have been less than a full load.
By adding another load onto the load that you currently have?
Right.
Okay.
Something to that effect, yeah.
All right. I think you're talking about what that Asia did. When, hold on. You're talking about one that Deja did. Matter of fact, it was the one on
consolidating the loads.
Yeah, it was on consolidating loads. That's what you're talking about.
No, I don't think it was a consolidated load. I remember that one. She just
okay.
did
So you're
that
talking
one
about.
last week.
So you're talking about the dispatch agreement, right?
Yes.
Hold on.
And you said it's below the fee line.
I got you. Now I know what you're talking about. Now you touched on what I'm talking about. All right, let's go to it. Let's go to it.
You were speaking about the addendum or whatever?
No, we were talking about what you all should be signing versus what they should be signing. We was also talking about getting your the carrier to pay for other more expensive load boards if you wanted it. Is that what we're talking about?
You said other more expensive loads?
Load boards. Access to more expensive load boards. Hold on.
No, I don't think it was about the load boards.
Let's get to it and see if we can figure it out. Dispatch service. There it is right there. All right, for those of you who are new, You get to your back office, everything is set up in, in a Rolodex, and I'll show y'all that in a second. But anyway, this is your dispatch agreement. Let's pull it up. Talking about. Office. All right. We're talking about the dispatch agreement. Let's pull it up all the way here. All right. This is the standard dispatch agreement that we provide y'all with. It's basically, it's a sample. And you all can use it. All you got to do is just change our information, put it, and put your information. Now, one thing when you're reading this, when you're going over this dispatch agreement, one thing you got to understand, we got some stuff that's highlighted here. As he mentioned before, everything that is above the fee line, here's the fee line right here. The fee for dispatch services will be 10% of the gross revenue of each shipment with no minimum charge. This is the fee line, all right? Everything above the fee line that is in yellow, whose information goes up there?
Ours.
The carrier.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. No. Hold on, please provide it. Yeah. Everything that's above the fee line, right? Your information goes up there.
Okay, dispatch.
Okay. The dispatch information goes above the fee line. Everything that's in yellow, that's what we're putting in yellow. Everything that's below the fee line, that's in yellow, that needs to be filled out. The carrier puts the information in there.
Right.
Okay. So when we get to the part that you're talking about, let me know. Now at top, this is where all your information is gonna go. Okay. Your information is gonna go up here. You get a dispatcher, your address, phone number, email address, all that stuff, right? So your information goes up there. You can put your logo up there too if you want to. Okay. It's also by saying dispatch service agreement. Okay, the carrier's information goes there. The owner of and or the driver of truck number, the truck number goes there. Of the carrier, a licensed motor carrier MC number, the MC number goes there. And or DOT number, the DOT number goes there. Hereby grant authorization to your name or your company name goes there to act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck unit number. Their truck unit number goes there, license plate number goes there. In the state of whatever state they're operating out of goes there. All billing, invoicing, and collection of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, co-signers, etc. are the sole responsibility of the carrier. If revenue for a shipment or shipments is uncollectible, your name goes here, or your company name will be held harmless, and no penalty or deduction of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all proper licenses and permits to conduct business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operation. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Your information goes here. Will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. The carrier agrees to maintain an account with an internet load board service in the name of the carrier with your company name or your name goes here as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. Is that what you were talking about?
No, that wasn't it.
All right, let's go on then. The fee for dispatching services will be 10% of the gross revenue of each shipment with no minimum charge. As loads are picked up, now we are below the fee line now. As loads are picked up, an amount equal to the above stated percentage will be payable to who? just below the fee line, it's not highlighted, so it must be yours, right? Your name goes there.
Right.
All right, or your company name. Payments are to be conveniently paid with any debit or credit card via text or email invoice app processed by, take out our information, you put your information, or Square or PayPal, or whatever you use, QuickBooks, whatever you're using to process that invoice, that's what you're gonna put there. Okay?
Yeah.
But you're gonna remove our name, you're gonna put that there. Please provide your SMS text, cell phone text number here. We're talking about who? Carriers. Information goes there. A text, their cell phone number goes there. Your email here. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days notice by written request. Upon cancellation, any unused funds remaining in the deposit account will be refunded to the carrier within 2 business days without penalty. By signing below, I fully understand the terms of this agreement. Carrier's company name goes there, the signature goes there, it goes there, they print the name here. Dispatcher goes here, date and everything, your signature goes down here. That is a completed dispatch agreement. You notice how it protects you at every turn. You are completely held harmless from any liability, cause or effect. Okay?
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you were talking about, but that's a complete dispatch agreement.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can't find that video.
It was probably about something else other than the dispatch agreement.
Yeah, it was about something else, but you were saying that you would have to add that to the dispatch agreement.
I don't know what that was. It could have been anything.
Right.
That could have been anything. There's a lot of things you can add to it. If you want some type of extra service or extra clause, you want a specific, time or when you want to be paid, or, it would be added as an addendum. I mean, that could be just about anything. Someone could have just came up with a question and be like, hey, I say, oh yeah, you can add that, but just add it as an addendum.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That's your dispatch agreement. Okay.
Yeah.
That's your money maker. That's the agreement that you're going to attach to your invoices each time you send the invoice, because you want to remind them that you have everything you need to hold their feet to the fire. But since we're going to be going towards the factory, if you're going to be using the factoring that we're going to be going with, going to make things a lot easier.
Yeah, because that part you read about all billing, invoicing, and collections of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, that would be changed to the factoring company now, I imagine, if you decide to go with the factoring.
Yeah, basically, because you're gonna package up your paperwork, gonna forward those to the factoring company. After they send you the BOL, you're gonna take your dispatch agreement. Okay, this is what you all will be sending to the factoring company, and you all can ask him exactly what it would need to get set up. But I'm speculating. Okay, I'm speculating that you're gonna need the signed dispatch agreement, your signed rate confirmation sheet, your signed BOL, and you're gonna need the information of the broker, information of the carrier, and your information. You may even need what banks that they deal with, if they want direct deposit, or they'll decide what they want. Let's know if they want direct deposit, if they want to do a calm data check, if they want to do, just whatever. And the broker, not broker, the factoring company would make arrangements to take care of how they want it done for everybody. Questions? What time is it? It is 9:18. I'm not gonna go past 9:39:45 tonight.
Calvin, can you check the group chat, please?
Let's say that again now.
Can you check the group chat? I send you a question in
Group
there.
chat. One moment here.
I got a question, Calvin. I've been hearing seeing a lot of different things on these Facebook groups in terms of the legality of the dispatcher. They can only represent one carrier, and they can't represent a carrier, and some people say they can represent multiple.
And you're hearing this where?
I like in different Facebook groups. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa. Go back. You hear this where?
In different Facebook groups.
Okay, that's your question right there.
Okay, well,
Okay.
they're posting up letters, and then somebody else will post another letter.
Look.
Contrary. So I'm just looking for some clarity. That's all.
Look. How many dispatch firms are there out there that are operating? Thousands of them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. Yeah.
How long have they been operating?
I mean, I couldn't say, but I figured some have been in business for a while.
Dispatchers have been around for as long as there's been brokers. Okay? Because the same statute governs both. Now, if dispatching was this huge illegal operation, you think DOT or the Federal Motor Carrier Association would let it just run unchecked, just rampant, just doing what they want to do for as long as they've been doing it? I mean, you got to use common sense. Okay? I mean, you got to hear a lot of, so do you think factoring companies would be getting to the point to where they're literally going to do factoring for dispatchers, for dispatch firms? These are companies that deal with money all the time, and they make sure that what they're doing is on the up and up, right?
Okay.
I mean, you got to start. I mean, when you see stuff on Facebook, social media, I mean, you talk about fake news. I mean, come on. Anybody can post anything on social media. All right? I mean, and half those people don't even read the whole statute. They read the first page of the statute, yeah, but they won't read all the pages of the statute. The actual statute, what they're talking about, is Federal Motor Carriers Safety Association 371, is CFR 371 49.1 through 49.4. Very first page of the statute basically states this: only a bonded and insured freight broker can take ownership of freight from a shipper and dispense it out to a carrier for a marginal fee. Okay, that's what it states. Now, most of these social media legal experts, they see, you see only a bonded and insured freight broker, see, and then ended at that. But if you flip to page 9 of the same statute is 13 pages long. The entire statute is. Flip to page 9 of the statute, in subsection 49.1, it states that, but, well, it doesn't say but, it says there is one exception to a bonded and insured freight broker. That is a bona fide agent. Now, these same so-called social media experts will say, see, it's talking about a freight broker agent. No, that's not what it's talking about, because if you continue reading in 49.1, it states that a bona fide agent is described as any entity, company, or individual that must have a pre-existing agreement with a carrier for a continued relationship to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading to said carrier specific criteria. How do we know that they're talking about an independent dispatch firm? Because that pre-existing agreement is your dispatch agreement that you must have in order to be legal as a dispatcher. In 49.2, it goes on to state that said bona fide agent operates under the authority of contracted carriers. 49.3, said bona fide agent can contract as many carriers / owner operator as bona fide agent can sufficiently and adequately service. Okay, that's the whole statute. When you're talking about dispatchers and freight brokers. Okay, the same statute covers both. Okay, and
yeah, I mean, and not to cut you off. I mean, I was born tonight. I wasn't born last night.
Yeah, I don't listen to.
I got common sense. But I mean, but they had like letters like dated in March 2020, some kind of addendum or anyway, I don't know. So like it's just a big controversy, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I hadn't been my background. I've been 30 years in the financial services industry. I don't know nothing about trucking.
Yeah,
So.
you know how easy it is for me to print up
Well, yeah.
something and put addendum on it.
Right.
And like you said, you got someone else who prints something that's contradiction to it, right?
True.
Which is which? All right, which is which?
Well, the law is what matters, I guess.
Exactly, because if it was against the law, then what would happen?
Dispatchers wouldn't be in business.
Exactly. Use common sense. I mean, come on, use common sense.
Right.
If it was if it was this big illegal operation, right? Federal Motor Carrier Association and DOT would deal with it.
Right.
All
Well,
right,
hey, matter of fact, the guy hit me up on Instagram that works for a factoring company and wanted to know that I want to do factoring for him. So yeah.
Yeah, look. If DOT and Federal Motor Carrier Association, if they're not bothered by it, then why should you be?
Right.
You know, this thing with dispatchers and brokers have been going on since they started brokering and dispatching. It's been going on and on and on and on and on and on.
Hatfield and McCoy.
This is nothing new. You got brokers. I mean, you got carriers that say brokers are illegal. You got carriers that say brokers are, what do they call them? They are they're running a what? A Ponzi thing or whatever this is that. And they can produce all these different, articles and so-called, proof of this and proof of that, but yet still brokers exist. Yet still dispatch exists. They exist. Yet still the IRS issues you a EIN number for a dispatch firm. Yet still each state allows you to do what? Legally utilize your dispatch firm and register it with the state. Come on, people, use common sense.
Okay, hey brother. I mean, the dumb question is the one that you don't ask.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying. A lot of times, I mean, I stopped listening to people on social media. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I mean, they come up with any and everything, and guess what I do? I just keep right on trucking. Okay. All right. Somebody asked, hi Calvin, this is Sheridan from Canada. I am getting all my documents together, and I noticed that on a dispatcher's agreement, we need to put our address. Since I am in Canada, do you think it will hinder me from putting a Canada address on the agreement, or can I leave it empty? Please advise. Thanks. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're a company. You can dispatch. I mean, we have 3PLs and companies that operate out of where? Nigeria, out of London, out of Australia, out of Tanzania, out of Bulgaria. I've got dispatch firms. I've got students all over the planet. Why? Because this is the type of industry. It doesn't matter where you are. It matters where you're doing business at. And that's the great thing about this industry. You can dispatch from anywhere in the world. You can broker from anywhere in the world, as long as you got what? Computer with internet access, a phone, right? And your proper credentials. And in this case, your proper credentials would be, in your case, whatever your providence requires for you to operate a legalized business, right? Okay. So no, you don't have to not disclose where you are. I don't think it's going to make one difference whatsoever, because carriers, they understand that you're sitting behind a computer. They understand that you're not delivering freight. You're not going to go and pick the freight up. That's their job. Your job is to find it for them. Okay, and that's the great thing about technology now. That's the great thing about the world. Technology has made the world a smaller place. Not such a big scary thing anymore. Yeah, people are literally connected, around the world. The day you pick up your computer and you put your information out there, you are immediately an international, global company. That's amazing, ain't it? God bless technology. I'm telling you, boy. You know, it used to be a time not too long ago, you needed a minimum of $1,000 just to start a business. And you got a computer with internet access and a phone, you're in business. That's amazing, isn't it? All right, great question. Michael says, it's all about the mindset. Some of us understand you fully. Thank you, Michael. Rachel says that I've been having issues signing into direct freight and lane hunting. Can you check if the passwords are still correct? All right.
Yeah, Mr. Butler, because I've been having that problem too.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's solve this right now. Now, lane hunting, there might be a problem with it, but I'll find out. But direct freight, it should not be a problem. You check, make sure they got their payment. I know with direct freight, they get their payment every month. If they don't, it's some little thing back to my phone that says, hey, I didn't get my payment. Yep, they got their payment. All right. Oh, let's check it. Direct freight. All right.
Well, my problem has been lane hunting and the video library.
I don't know why you're not getting into the video library. All right. Here we go. Let's do direct freight. All right. I'm gonna tell y'all what the problem is. 9 times out of 10, the problem is gonna be human error. So, now, what do we mean by that? Because here it is. Check the map. Find the loads. There it is. I'm in. Okay. See here, check the rates. Yep. Everything was fine. Yep. Rate 8 working. I click on one of these. Look it up. There's all the information. Okay. Phone numbers, everything. All right. So here's the problem. When you all are looking, I'm not going to go over this too long because we don't want people just jumping in. When you all are looking at this stuff on here, right? You all do realize that when you click on it and you go to it, it basically gives you the username and password once you click on it. Okay. Now what you got to do is you got to make sure you do the username and password exactly the way it is in the back office. If it's capitalized on a letter, that letter needs to be capitalized. You can't do it and have it not capitalized and it's capitalized on it. If it's more than one letter that's capitalized, make sure you notice which letters are capitalized, which letters are not capitalized. Make sure you're not using a 1 that needs to be an L or an L that needs to be a 1. Okay? Make sure that you all are doing that. Make sure there are no spaces in between what you're doing because usually the passwords doesn't have any spaces in them. Make sure you're doing putting exactly what's in that's there. I know sometimes we get in a hurry, we'll type, and some of us think that we are great typers and we'll be typing and not looking and swear we're putting it in right, but we're putting it in wrong. Okay, I get calls like this all the time, all the time. Here's the thing. We have thousands of members. If I get calls from, let's say, 20 of them that says there's a problem with the back office site, there's a problem with this, there's a problem with that, but I only got called from 20 people. Didn't get calls from 200 or 2,000. I got calls from 20. If that's the case, what is most likely the problem? Can anybody answer that for me?
Human error.
Human error. Okay? Because if the rest of us are doing it and it's working just fine, the problem is not with us or the site. The problem is with you. Slow down. Slow down. Go back. Make sure you're doing it right. Check every letter. Don't just copy and paste. Do it and type it in. Because sometimes when you copy and paste, you copy an extra space. Y'all do know that, right? If you don't get it exactly on the end and the beginning, and you go a little bit too far this way, or a little bit too far that way, it's going to put an extra space when you paste it in. Y'all do know that, right? That happens a lot too. Well, I copied and pasted. Yeah, but you copied and paste too much. Okay, so that's why it's good to type it in, and once you get it in right, set your computer to remember. When it goes right to it, you don't have a problem. So let's check lane hunting. Okay, we've already determined that there's nothing wrong with what's it called. Let's check lane hunting. Now, lane hunting, that may be a problem because they have been having problems with this site in the past. I don't use it as much as I used to.
I was actually on, I checked Lane Honey today and yesterday.
Yeah, so it works fine?
Yeah, it was working.
Yeah, so it's out of human error. Okay, which 99.9999% of the time, human error. Let's see, what is my, I think, which one was my pad? I think it was Lane Honey. I think it's this one. I think it's that one. Let me go back and check. Well, I just started making up stuff here now. Yeah, that's it. All right. That's not okay. Hope I got that right. You take your time. Incorrect username. I got it. You see what I'm talking about? You don't do it exactly right. I'm not moving out the way. You don't do this exactly right. Okay, my bad. I put in one too many. And I didn't do that on purpose.
Slow down, slow down, slow
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
Slow down.
But that shows you what we're talking about. That shows you exactly what we're talking about. That shows you exactly what we are talking about. Don't slow down. And you don't put it in right. But the computer is basically just doing what it's supposed to do. And hold on here. The computer is basically just doing what it's supposed to do. With this, hold on, y'all. Let me just press it in. And sometimes it takes us a while, so you have to let it sit there for a while on lane hunting because they got a lot of stuff.
On your email, the T has to be capitalized.
You know what? You're right. See, she's showing me something. Look at that. Y'all see that? Now, y'all see what we're talking about. It could be any number of things, but it's basically human error. And no one is immune to what? Human error, right?
That's right.
No one is immune to human error. So, like I always say, just go back, double check it, triple check it, take your time, do it. Well, I had to do it 3 times and I had it wrong. You know what I'm saying? So no one is immune to human error. So chances are, because here's the thing about computers and technology, it can only do what it's programmed to do. So the chances of it making a mistake is dismal because it's just doing what it was programmed to do. If you put in a certain password, the computer is only going to respond to what? That exact password, right? You put in a certain username, the computer is going to respond to what? That exact username, the exact way you put it in, right? The way you set it up. So, just, make sure you check it because chances are it's human error, as we just saw. But we got something new here. Click to view live supply demand map. Woo, I like this. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this?
Yeah,
That's some
we
new
see.
technology, man. On Lane Honey. Look at this over here. It tells you in the green means it's 20.7 times more trucks. The light green means 34 times more trucks. The light green means 56, and so on and so on and so forth. So as y'all can see here in this part of the country, we got some heavy supply. Down here in where?
The South.
South Carolina, North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina, boy, they got some. Down here in where is this? Asheville and Mickery and yep. Heavy, heavy, heavy. 679 times more trucks. Wow. That's on flatbeds. Let's check about dry vans. You look at that. Place to be with dry vans is California. And over here on the East Coast, New Jersey. Oh, I see why that is. Like, they got that. They need heavy supplies down there in New Jersey, both them and California, because they're on complete lockdown, right? Probably the same thing with reefers. New Jersey, or the Massachusetts and Connecticut, up in those areas, okay? Do short hauls, long hauls. Let's see what they got on short hauls. Like this, you put between short hauls and long hauls. So, good information. Good information, good information, good information, good information. I like this. A lot. Got a lot going on here with Lane Honey. Fastest moving, daily, weekly. So Lane Honey has see the loads. Lane Honey has kind of stepped up their game here. Now when y'all jump on Lane Honey, it requires some studying, to kind of get the hang of Lane Honey. Lane Honey is not necessarily a load board. It's kind of a lane board. Y'all know what I mean by that? They're showing you what they're showing you pretty much all the cars. What they're doing is they're showing you what shippers are most likely paying to the brokers, right? So it gives you a kind of a leg up when it comes to negotiating with the broker. Okay, make sure y'all do understand that. Like they always have like an offer rate. They don't have like a guarantee what the actual rate is. This is just an offer rate. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay, so when you're looking at Lane Honey, look at it from the standpoint of, okay, I'm looking at this to see what what the broker is possibly getting, and then I can make my offer. Right? So you can go to you can see what the lows generally are and what the fluctuations. Yeah. What happened? Did I lock y'all out or something? Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, I went to price my lane. There we go. Some lanes. Oh, I need to put something in here. Put something in here. But yeah, we figured out that lane hunting works. We figured out that direct freight works. What else somebody had a problem with?
Video library.
I'm sorry?
The video library.
Video library. Let's check that out. Hold on, let me check this chat out real quick. Chat. Calvin, I understand your method and business skill set. This is private. Yeah, look, all right. My training method is this. You all have to realize ultimately, I'm responsible for training thousands of people, okay? Not just responsible for one person or 2 or 3 people. I'm responsible for training an entire network of people, And from a trainer standpoint and from a consultant standpoint, I cannot let any I can't have my students expose the things that is going to hinder them from being the absolute best that they can be. Plain and simple. Okay, plain and simple. That's not how I operate. Because I hold myself to a higher standard, so I'm going to hold you all to a higher standard. I educate to a higher standard. I give you all the best advice that I can give you. And I am never, ever, 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 ever going to advise a student in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not going to allow it to become a valid talking point within our network that we should just, do things half-heartedly or halfway or, whatever you want to call it. But, from this standpoint, I didn't get where I got, doing things that way. So I'm not going to let you all do it either. Does that make sense to everyone?
Makes perfectly good sense to me.
Yeah, I don't ask anything of any one of you all that I have not done myself. Okay? Trust me on that. I did not spend 9 months in a storage facility, living in a storage facility, developing this platform to half do it or to, just, not literally give it 100%. Nothing less. I don't do 98. I don't do 99.5. I don't do 99.9. I do 100. And that's the way I teach. That's the way I operate my business. That's what I expect you all to operate yours if you want to be successful. Now, if you want to settle, that's on you. But this platform does not settle. I don't settle. Okay. So that's just how I am. If it comes off as being arrogant, then so be it. I can afford to be that way. Okay. That's why we have students training students night, because I started that because I realized that I'm not where you all are. You all can't really relate to me on that level. You can relate to each other a lot better, but I can only give you advice and tell you about what I've been through and what has worked and what consistently works for me. But I'm doing that from a standpoint of success. I'm doing that from a standpoint of I've already been where you are, and I'm not where you are anymore. You're there. And that's why we have the student training students every Monday night, so you all get a perspective from people who are there on the same level as you. Some may be doing better than you, but they're still on the same level as you. And you all will tend to open up to them more. And in that way, you'll get a better learning experience. But on the Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and on Saturdays, you're hearing it from a different perspective. You are hearing it and seeing it from someone who has been there, done that, and did that, and has conquered that. So, that's all I can show it to you from. I can only show you what has worked. I'm not going to show you what didn't work for me, because it makes no sense for me to teach you all something that didn't work for me. I only teach you all and advise you all from the things that actually worked and got me to where I am. Okay, so you know, and that's just it. That's how it is. All right. What are we looking for? We are looking for the library. Okay. All right. First of all, you have to be logged in to access the video library. Okay. Go over here to the more button. You have to be logged in to get into the video library. Come down here and you click on video library. Okay, now what about the video library you were not able to access?
I'm not able to access any of the videos. It's putting up a message about Wix something other is loading videos or whatever.
Oh, that's your computer speed. That's your computer. Your computer. Yeah. When it says you that, that's your computer speed. Because we got a lot of. Look, we probably got close to 250, 300 videos back in the back office. So if you're, because remember when I told, what speed of computer do I tell y'all that I advise you all to get when you're using this platform?
Well, I don't know what you said, but anyway, I've got a secondhand computer, so
yeah, that's your computer speed. If you want to get, look, in doing this business, we recommend you get a computer that has at least 1 terabyte of storage space.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's gotta have something that's gonna process fast. So for one thing, we pack a lot of stuff into this back office site. In case y'all didn't know, there's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff.
I think that's mainly everybody's problem is that it's so much stuff on it, and then not only that, but the background of the site is literally a video.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So your computer has to actually be able to. Your computer has to be able to kind of running all this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
because I've had that happen to me too, where things don't load. Like I literally have to wait for the page to load up.
Exactly.
So click on anything else because
so that's gonna have a lot to do with your computer and your internet access. Now, here I've got, I can have 42 different devices, 50 different devices on the internet, and it won't slow down. Okay. I just got whatever the top best that you can get because I spend all my time on here. I'm working from home. If you're gonna be working from home, you're gonna have to invest in the best equipment possible to run your business. Okay, I've got my phones. I've got 3 tablets. I've got a what's this? What's this thing here? A Samsung. What's that, y'all?
Tablet.
Yeah, it's a tablet. What is this thing? This is the Samsung
Galaxy.
Yeah, it's a Galaxy Tab. There we go. Thank you. I got a tab. I've got something that's similar to the Surface that turns into a laptop, and it's a tablet that you can spin around and use both sides. I've got another laptop computer upstairs that is what is that one? A Lenovo. Yeah, it's a Lenovo with 1 terabyte. And this computer right here is an all-in-one. It can either be it can touch. I can like swipe and pass right to my big screen and stuff like that. But all of them have at least 1 terabyte. Okay, because look, if you're gonna be running this type of stuff, you gotta have the right type of equipment. Okay. So,
I would say, like for us, probably none of us have all of that equipment. So what I do is when I get on the back office, I literally wait like a couple of minutes before I try to do anything because you have to give it time. You have to give it time. And then I take all the stuff, all of my load boards, I save them on another tab
There you
Like
go.
everything that I'm gonna use, I save it on another tab because I don't have that problem when I pull up the load boards. If I have it, the only time I have that problem is when I go into the back office, then try to scroll through the Rolodex and then try to click on the thing. Like it takes a lot of time because everything is just loading. But if you wait a couple minutes before you start trying to click around, usually you won't have those problems. So everybody who be saying the load boards don't work, that's usually what it is. Your computer just haven't loaded.
Yeah, it's just a speed computer.
Yeah.
Another thing that helps too, before you go into the back office site, restart your computer. Just reboot it. Restart your computer, right? Shut down Facebook, shut down, Twitter, shut down Instagram, shut down, ESPN.com, shut down, Hulu, shut down everything, because all that is doing is just drawing on your speed, right?
And that's
can I say
because I've got a number of windows open at the same time.
Yeah, that's just slowing your speed. So if you're in that work mode, pull up the stuff you need to work, like your back office, your load boards, things of that nature, and just work on that. Don't try to do that and be on social media at the same time, unless you're using social media to do some branding or connect with someone. Like I use Facebook for basically, Facebook is like my business tool. Because y'all would know, I call you up in a heartbeat on Facebook on Messenger, right? I don't use the phone when I'm calling you because I'm already on the computer, and I don't like texting. I'm dealing with. I do not like texting. It takes too much of my time. I'm multitasking with 5, 6, 7 things at the same time. So it's easier for me to just go on Facebook and go to our Messenger and hit that call button and just call you right on Facebook, right? Because if I need to see, if I need you to see something or whatever, I'll pull up the camera real quick and say, hey, I need to show you something. Or I have you all to go over to where? Zoom, and we'll log in and I'll show you what I need to show you. But it's a business tool, okay? Facebook, for me, is just that. It is a business tool, okay? That's why I have so many Facebook accounts, because I have a family and friends account that has about maybe 40 people in it, on that Facebook. Then I have this account, which is maxed out 5,000 all the time. And every month, I'll block 100 people that ain't talking about nothing, talking about, BS and rumors or starting a mess. They get blocked. And then I go back and look for people who are talking about the industry, who are talking about investing, who are talking about, business stuff. And I will add them as friends. Every month, I have a block party. I block 100 and I add 100. It keeps my Facebook page sanitized, so I'm always looking at stuff that is business related, right? So that's what this page is. I have another Facebook page that is kind of like my play page, and that could have anything on it. But I only got about maybe 100 to 150 people on that one, okay? But my largest Facebook page is my business one. This one you all are looking at right here, okay? Questions here from McKenzie. Business email, because if you are audited, your personal information on your emails will not be available for anyone. Yeah, that's a good answer. Do you recommend setting up an email with business name included in it? Yes. If you all notice, I have a couple of business emails and I have one personal email. My personal email, I haven't checked it in so long because I normally don't get anything on it. This is my business email. If you go to the 1&1 webmail, hold on a second now. All right. My dog in their room beating on the walls. Okay, if you notice 1&1 webmail, that's a good area to go set up your business mail. But you notice right here, it has your your own domain training at the RBBSLLC.org. My wife has hers, her business. Then our parts business has its own, domain too. So kudos. My personal email, I don't think I even have a personal email anymore. I have one for my financial services, my real estate development site. I've got an email for it. FCFC, there it is right there. My business site, FCFCinc.com. If you go over to contact us, my email on here, yeah, fcfc@fcfcinc.com. And my personal one on this one is, here I am right there, is ceo.calvinbutler@fcfcinc.com. So that's about the closest to a personal email that I have. Okay. So that's, I do have an Outlook, but even that is RBBS Trucking at Outlook. So I can't remember the last time I had a personal email. Oh, I do have one. It's a Gmail. I just thought about it. I never checked it out. It's calvin.butler@gmail.com. And I think I got the password log is programmed into my computer because I definitely don't remember it. So yeah, but I haven't checked out in years. I'll be honest with you, because I don't get personal emails. I get junk mail. But people who are emailing me are usually business related, and they're coming through one of those business emails. Okay, but yeah, but it is a good idea to set up a business email. One-on-one, you can do them for like they're like literally pennies on the dollar. They're like $1 and somebody said $1.19 per month, or $1.19 per year, or $9 per year, or something like that. Just some very, very, very small price that you can go to one-on-one and get your domain email address. Okay. Where were we? Well, let me close some of these out. Where were we? We were. Oh yeah. Okay. So so we solved those problems. So we know that the problems were not with the site itself. It's a problem with either your computer speed or you all need to just slow down, one or the other. Okay. Yeah, it's either going to be the computer speed or you need to just slow down, because we know that lane hunting works. We know that direct freight works. We know that the back office, the video library, it does work. There they are. You can pull any of them up. Just goes on what your speed of your computer is, because these definitely do work. Just gotta have the right type of equipment for it to work properly. All right. So, and even with the speed that I got, you have to wait on this a little bit because we have a lot of videos. We're adding more and more and more. And I've got about 15 videos that I've got to add to this. I got them on YouTube, but I don't have them all in here. So I've got to update this with about 15 more videos, as you all can see here. But there they go. This is where they are. Roll through them here. You can roll through them here. Pretty good.
Like you said, Calvin, first, the three main things you need is a good chipset, memory, minimum 8 meg, and maybe a 1 terabyte hard drive. So your chipset got to be running pretty good. Plus your memory. I wouldn't go for nothing under 8 meg of memory. And when you do try to sign in, just clear the cache on the computer. So all those old pages that you've been to and stuff like that would be clear.
Yeah.
Free up the memory.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I know. Try to clear out a lot of old pages and stuff, and that would help increase your speed. Like the stuff you're not using, like especially YouTube. You're not using YouTube, put it out. If you're not using Facebook, close it out. You know, those things run a lot of, they take a lot of operating power. Okay, so just little tips of how to get the best out of your computer. Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. We got time for about a couple more questions. We've already ran past 9:45. It's 10:04.
Extra question, Calvin?
Yeah.
Gilbert, you had something? Go ahead, Gilbert.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so do you recommend making our own script and piggybacking off a little bit off the script we already have?
I mean, at the end of the day, all I can do is give you all advice. You can either take it or don't. Okay. You can either follow the script that we give for you, or you can come up with your own script. Okay. So, but it's totally because you're your own business. Okay. You don't work for me. You don't work for RBBS. You don't work for National Dispatch Network. You are your own business. We are your consultants. We are here to give you advice. Take it or don't take it. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all it is. You know, you all pay us a monthly subscription fee to access the the totalism of what we offer. That includes back office tool resources, access to a network, chat group, our advice, our free advice that we give you during the courses and during the course of this whole thing. If you come and do a private consultation, you're getting paid advice, but it's all just advice. Okay.
No, of course. I'm pretty sure we all take it. I'm just saying, like, a lot of the things you said would probably be helpful, and
Yeah.
kind of just include like all the tips and tricks, because like you repeat this stuff, but I feel like you wouldn't have to repeat it as much if it was already given.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, for me, I wouldn't like at all.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like, I try to remember everything you say, and it's like, oh man, that would have been helpful, or
yeah, I
just
get
little
that.
things like that. Like, a lot of the
Definitely.
stuff you say is really helpful, but I feel like we don't incorporate it because we just can't remember it off the dome like
Yeah,
that.
and it's a lot. It is a lot,
Yeah,
and
I find myself going back to your videos like a ton just because I try to like implement what you say like into, and like I need to get around to like writing it down, I guess.
yeah, you get that. Now that's a good point, because if you go back to your orientation video, what do we suggest
What's
you
up,
do?
people? I'm late.
What do we suggest you all do in the orientation video and in the back office video when you go to your back office your area, your tools and resources? It says watch this video first. One of the things that we suggest you all do is what? Take notes when you watch videos.
Right.
Take
Exactly.
notes when you come up on stuff that is a key sticking point or something that you got a question about. Write it down. You come on something and say, "Oh yeah, that's what I need to know. That's good." Write it down. Another good thing to do is write down the time sequence of where it is in the video. Have your list of time sequences on the perfect pitch, right? The hostile pitch with the guy is at 1 hour, 40 minutes. Write that down. So that way, if you need to go back and watch it, you can go right to it, right? If I said something about something you want to know what it is, jot down the time sequence on the video. That way, when you want to go back to it and put it up, you don't have to search for the whole video waiting for it. You just kind of fast forward right to that spot and see there it is right there. Okay. All right, y'all. One more. Because I am getting close to my insulin time. I gotta
Me.
take
Well,
that.
you know what? No, my question is really unimportant. Anybody else?
All right, everyone.
What's going on, Calvin?
All right, cool. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Darren, go
No, I
ahead.
would just say what's going on, man. I came in late.
Oh, hey, Darren, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
As I told y'all, Darren, I, and Khalid, we're working on something big. We can't tell y'all what it is yet. We can't even give you a hint of what it is, but it is huge. Right, Darren?
Yep.
It is huge. It is.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Darren didn't say he couldn't say nothing about it.
But it is huge, and it is going to make a very big impact on you all and on the industry. So, but we have to be very tactful about how we proceed, and when we're ready to release it, we'll let everybody know. And
The info.
that you all will benefit from it greatly. And you all will benefit from it greatly. Okay.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
And it's something that's literally just for our network. Okay, it's not something that we're gonna let the whole world in on right away. Okay, it's gonna be something that
well, how much longer before you gonna spring that on us?
I don't know. It might be a week. It might be 2 weeks, but we're ready to go. It's one of those things that we can't really leak it until we're ready to go live with it.
Cool.
But it will be soon, though, huh?
Yeah, we're pushing as fast as we can, but it's gotta be right. All right.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. With that being said, we're gonna call it tonight. I've got to go and
Okay, talk to you on Saturday.
Yeah, I gotta go feed that diabetes, so I'm gonna go do that. And don't forget this Saturday, special guest host from UC Factors is gonna be here. He's gonna go over the products and stuff that they're gonna have for us as a network, which that's also something huge that we're working on getting us a factory product. Other dispatching, somebody's got a whole lot going on there. Also, he's going to be showing you all how to set up your affiliate links, or how to send in information to get your affiliate links so that you all can start earning money through UC Factors as well. Thank you all again. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you all for everything that you all do on the Monday night broadcast. Remember, if you want to host a Monday night students training students, hit me up through Facebook, shoot me a message through Messenger, send me an email, training at theRBBSLLC.org. Call the number 866-973-6445, extension 0 or extension, extension 0. Excuse me, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Try not to call after 3 p.m. because usually Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I'm either preparing for what we're doing now, or I am just trying to take a break. But let me know, because we do pay you all for hosting those sessions. Okay, you all do get $100 for hosting those Monday night sessions. So, any of you that wants to, but you have to actually do something. You actually have to host a session. You can't just say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and just have people to come on and you just kind of just sit there and go to sleep. No, you have to have a subject that you're gonna be talking about, and you have to actually lead that discussion. All right, and answer questions. All right. Thank you all. I will see you all back here on Saturday for the Six Figures Booking Faith from Home show, 10:15 to 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate each and every last one of you. Have a great night.
Safe. Bye.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Yeah, man. Colin, have a good one.